So I've been testing out a lot of different AI tools for months now, and I have found 7 of them that are not only completely free to use, but are so simple that anyone can master them in minutes. And honestly, some of these are so incredible that I just can't believe that they're free to use. So I'm about to jump in, I'll show you all 7 of them, and I'll show you how they work. And I'll even reveal one bonus tool that I use that has completely changed the way that I use my iPhone. So let's start with one that I literally use dozens of times every single hour whenever I'm working on my MacBook or on my iPhone. So this is it right here. It's called Super Whisper. And let me show you how this works, because this is basically a dictation app, but that works so much better than the built-in dictation that you have on your computer or on your phone. So I have it installed right up here, and you see if I click right here, this will start or stop the recording. But I also have a keyboard shortcut. So just one press of a button, it will automatically start recording for me, and it's listening to my voice, and it's going to give a very accurate transcription of what I'm saying. And the reason it's so accurate is because it uses AI, which enables it to really be a lot better than the one that's built into your computer. So check out how cool this is. I'm going to press record right now, and I'm going to talk in a tone of voice that's really difficult to understand. I'm going to talk like really low like this, and I'm going to really be whispering very quietly and just really kind of like mumbling a bit. And we'll see if it was able to transcribe that. It says, I'm going to press record right now. I'm going to talk in a tone of voice that's really difficult to understand. I'm going to talk really low like this. I'm going to be really whispering very quietly and really just kind of mumbling a bit. And that's exactly what I said. So I love this. This enables me to do voice to text very easily in any environment, even if I have to whisper. And it just amazes me how accurate this is and that it's completely free to use. So let me show you some other cool things that it does. So you can also transcribe files. So if you have a audio file that you want to use, you can throw it in here and it'll actually transcribe it for you. So this is really great for longer recordings as well. Now, when you download the app, you'll also be required to download a model. And that's because you can choose exactly which AI whisper model you want it to use. And Whisper is just a model that turns your voice dictation into text. Now, with the free version, you will not get access to these ones, which are the cloud-based models. Now, the cloud-based models are definitely going to be the best in terms of speed and intelligence. However, from my experience, the free ones are more than fine. I'm using this one right here called Standard English. You see it's 500 megabytes and it has a speed rating of 8 and an intelligence of 5 out of 10, which sounds quite low, but as you saw, I was able to get an extremely 100% accurate transcription, even though I was mumbling quite a bit. And what also is really amazing about this is that this is completely on device, meaning any transcriptions that I make aren't sent out to the cloud. No one else sees them. They're done right here on my device completely privately. Now, if you're on a Windows device, there are other ones for Windows as well. This is one that I found called Whisper Typing. I didn't get a chance to test this, but there are a lot of these out there, so you can try out all of them. Don't pay for any of them. There are plenty of them out there that are free. And I think if you start using this, you're gonna see that this completely changes the way you use your device. I don't type out anything now that's longer than a couple of sentences. I do everything with voice to text because it's just so easy to use. And they even have an iPhone app as well. The next free AI tool I want to show you is Canva. Now, most people are familiar with Canva, but most people don't know that with the new AI tools built into it, we can do some incredible things that are far beyond just creating some pretty designs in Canva. So I'm here logged into my Canva account, and you want to pay attention right here to this box, because this enables you to interact with this the same way you would interact with like a Canva, or sorry, with an AI chatbot. So I clicked right here where it says Canva AI, and you can tell it exactly what you want to bring to life. So I'm going to type in here, create a presentation for me for a farm-to-table restaurant I want to open in Chicago, and then I'll click on submit. All right, so it's just created a couple of designs for me. I can look through all of them and decide which one I want to use. But let's just look at one of these as an example. Let's go ahead and pull up this one. So here it is. You can see it automatically brings in images for us. It automatically adds text and all the key things like sourcing locally for a sustainable future. Here's some information about how we're committed to sustainability and community. It knows all the right buzzwords to put in here. And of course, if you're pretty happy with this, but you want to make some changes, you can just click on here where it says use Canva editor. That will then save it to your projects, and you can come in here and edit it however you want. But the key is that this really got you started. It got you 90% of the way there in just a matter of seconds. Now, most people do know that Canva can make things like presentations, but I don't think a lot of people know that you can actually code inside Canva as well using their AI. So I'm not a coder at all. I don't know anything about it, but check this out. I'm going to use the Canva AI code builder inside of here. And let's just have it build out for me a grocery list builder. That's one of the suggestions. And I'll click on submit. So you see it's now building out all the different lines of code for us right here. And let's just give it a minute to actually finish up. All right, so here we go. This is the final product right here. It's created this barbecue chicken shopping list for us. You can change the number of people that you need to serve, and that will change the ingredients over here. So you can see them all right here. You can print it out, you can save it, and all this, like, I wasn't able to do this. I don't know how to code, but it was able to make this for us. Now, there are other cool things you can do inside of Canva as well. So they actually have writing as well. Most people don't know that you can actually draft documents inside of Canva. So let's have it write an article for us. And we'll have it write an article about the best ways to cook chicken. And then we'll click on submit. So here's the result. And you can see not only did they write out all the copy for us, but they made it look nice. We have a nice header up here. They did all the formatting and all the heading. So this is really just a really easy way to quickly produce anything that you have to write. You can even use it for things like emails or even tweets as well. This really enables anyone, no matter what their skill level is, to come in here and learn how to do this and make amazing designs very easily. Now, all these tools are available with the free version of Canva. However, they are limited. If you come over here, you can see on the free plan, you do get a limited number of messages, a limited number of credits. Things like the video creation, which I didn't show you, that is not free. But everything else you do get, you just get a limited number of them. And the Pro plan, you usually get to try it out for an entire month for free. So even if you don't have all the credits that you want, you can go ahead and try Canva Pro for a month and just check it out and see if it's good for you. Now, I'll be honest, I am completely shocked that this next tool is completely free to use. This one is game changing. So check this out. So this is the Gemini app for the iPhone. Of course, this is also available on Android. I'm not going to show you this app. That's not what I'm interested in. There's just one tool in here that honestly blows my mind. So if we click right here, this is Gemini Live. This allows you to talk with Gemini almost as if it was a real person, like real-time talking. But the feature I'm super impressed with is this one. This is the camera, and this will allow Gemini to see exactly what you show the camera. So I can say to it something like, hey Gemini, is this product vegan?
Yes, this product appears to be vegan. It has a certified vegan label, and looking at the ingredients, I don't see any animal products listed.
Okay, so that was cool, but check out what else I can do. Let's say you need to troubleshoot something on your phone. So I'm gonna go ahead now and actually share my screen with Gemini. I'll click right here, click on Start Broadcast. So now I'm sharing my screen with Gemini. Gemini, how do I move this icon up here?
Okay, I see you're trying to move that icon. To do that, just press and hold on the icon until it wiggles, then drag it up to where you want it, and let go. You can then press done in the top right corner to save the new layout.
Now, obviously that was a very simple demonstration, but you could do a whole lot more with that. If you have an actual problem on your phone, it could really help save the day and figure out for you exactly what's wrong. And the best part about it is completely free to use. Now, I won't spend too much time on the next two tools because most people are already familiar with them, and this is the way that most people already use AI. But I think I would be remiss if I didn't at least include some AI chatbot on this list, especially because these are pretty or almost completely free to use. So of course, I'm talking about these AI chatbots. You think like ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Claude or ones like that. But ChatGPT I'm going to highlight for you because it is completely free to use. So on the free plan, you get access to a lot. For most people, it's probably enough. And there's a whole lot you can do with these, right? There's just an endless list of things you can do with ChatGPT, and On the free plan, you get so much out of it. Gemini as well, they have a free chatbot. Now, there are limits on Gemini, meaning that you can't just use it forever on the free plan, but the limits are very, very high, and most people are not going to hit them as long as you stick with the free model that they have. These are pretty foundational if you are into AI, and everyone should really learn how to use and master them. However, most people are already familiar with them. There's a lot of videos about them already, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time in this video talking about these. Now, anytime you use one of these big chatbot services, there's always some sort of privacy trade-off. So it's never a good idea to share any personal information with them. And if you want to be very private and take things to the next level, then you're going to love this next tool. So this is a completely anonymous way to use very popular chat services like ChatGPT or Claude or the ones that Meta have. So if you come over to duckduckgo.com, this is an alternative to Google search if you're not familiar with DuckDuckGo. So you can come over here and search for anything just like you would on Google. But for today, what I want to show you is this. Up here is Duck AI. So if we go ahead and click on this, this will tell you more about it. So as you see right here, it is free to use and it is private and anonymized. Also, by default, or not even by default, there's no way to opt into it, anything that you send into the chat, it's not going to be used to train the AI. So by default, when you use ChatGPT, anything you send in here is also being used to train ChatGPT, which is something that not a lot of people, or a lot of people I should say, aren't comfortable with. But DuckDuckGo prevents that from happening. There's no AI training with Duck AI. And you also get to choose which model that you want. So let's go ahead and give it a try. And here's the actual interface where you can chat. And this works the same way as ChatGPT or any of the other ones. You can come in here and ask it a question, like explain why there are so many different kinds of fish, and ask it and it'll actually give you a response. And if we click on new chat right here, you'll see that up here you can actually choose which AI you want to interact with. So by default, they have ChatGPT 4 on here, but they also have Llama, which is by Meta. We have Claude by Anthropic. We have another one by ChatGPT, and we also have Mistral in here as well. So you can choose any of these that you want, actually start a new chat with that. And again, it's all going to be completely anonymous in here. So you see my chats are over here, the one I just started. If you're done and you want to clear things out, you can just click this button right here, and that will delete all of your chats, making sure that no one can get access to them. Now, there are daily usage limits with Duck AI, but they're pretty high. I haven't run into them that often, although I have a couple of times. But it's just a really, really great service to use, a really great way to use ChatGPT, to use Llama, to use Claude completely anonymously, and be able to get access to these without so many of the privacy concerns. All right, next up, I have a bonus tool for you that has completely changed the way I use my iPhone. But before we get to that, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up, especially if you learned about a tool that you hadn't heard of before, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, so let me jump in now and I'll tell you all about this bonus tool. So let's say I'm out, I suddenly have a really amazing idea. All I'm going to do is pull out my phone and use Super Whisper to actually start a recording, just like I showed you how to do before. Or I can do this on the computer as well, so I could just be like, oh, I just thought of a brilliant idea. I want to start a new YouTube channel all about cooking. And I'll first talk about cooking food from Southeast Asia, then I'll talk about cooking food from France, then I'll start talking about cooking food from Canada. Now to do this, I need to buy a camera, I need to buy a microphone, I need to buy a tripod. Then when I get back to my computer, let's say I recorded that on my phone, I could just come into the Super Whisper app, go through my history, and see that complete recording with the transcript. I can then go ahead and copy it to my clipboard, come over to Duck AI, and I create this prompt. This is it right here. It basically tells the AI chatbot what I want it to do with this block of text. Then I'll go ahead and copy the text, put it underneath it, and go ahead and click on send. And what that's going to do is it's going to take all of my ideas, all of those ramblings, and go ahead and organize them for me. So it's no longer a block of text. I get a summary of exactly what I talked about. It will give me a to-do list of everything that I have to do. So here it says to-do list, research equipment, purchase a camera, purchase a microphone, purchase a tripod, plan initial recipes, right? I didn't tell it that I needed to plan out recipes, but it knew that on its own. It was able to do that for me. So it really helps me stay really organized. In fact, I have a voice memo app on my watch, so I can just record directly on my watch, transcribe those voice recordings with Super Whisper when I get back home, and then grab the transcriptions and throw them into Duck AI to get a complete to-do list of everything I have to do, as well as all of my ideas very well organized. And what I love about this is that this allows me to still use AI without feeling like I'm always reaching for it and always having to jump into it anytime I have an idea. All right, I know I've already mentioned 2 other Google products, but honestly, Google is just crushing it when it comes to AI. And I couldn't leave this one off the list because this one is absolutely amazing. So this is Notebook LM. If you haven't heard of this, this is an amazing way to take notes, but is really so much more than that. This really allows you to organize ideas and interact with it in a way we've never been able to do before. So let's say there's a topic that you want to research. Let's say you want to travel somewhere. Well, all you want to do is sign up for Notebook LM. It comes with a Google account completely for free, and go ahead and create a new notebook. Now, inside of here, you'll be able to add any sources that you want. So let's say you want to visit Japan. So I came over here to Google, I searched for visiting Japan, and we have all these articles. I don't even have to open the articles. I just need to right click them and click on copy link. And then I'll come over to here and I'll click here where it says add a link website and paste in that URL. Click on insert. So you see it's coming in over here on the left. Then I'll grab another website. So maybe like this one. Oh, actually, that's Reddit. So let's go ahead and do this one from Lonely Planet. I'll go ahead and copy that one. And I'll throw that one in here as well. So I'll click on add a new website link. And you can even grab YouTube videos. So here's a YouTube video about visiting Japan. I'll go ahead and copy down that link and throw that one in there as well. And what it's done for you is it's organizing all this information in here, and you can actually interact with it. You can start asking it questions in here. You can have it create for you a briefing doc, a study guide, a mind map, different things like that. But my favorite feature by far is the audio overview. So I made this one right here. I put in a bunch of articles about relativity and time dilation, and it actually creates for you an entire podcast episode. So let's listen to this.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a really big one. We're diving into Albert Einstein's theory of relativity.
Absolutely. It's foundational.
That is all AI generated with AI voices. That is completely insane. Just took all this information and from it created a podcast. But what's even more amazing about this is that you can actually interact with this podcast. So
Welcome
if
to
we
the
click play
deep
and
dive.
click on join,
Today
who came up with this entire idea?
Oh, that's a fantastic question, and it's actually where our deep dive is headed.
Absolutely. The name you're probably thinking of is Albert Einstein.
Yeah, so you can actually ask it questions as the podcast goes on. It is so mind-blowing, and so mind-blowing that this is completely free to use as well. But of course, all of these AI tools are pointless if you don't have access to the internet. Maybe you're in a spot with bad Wi-Fi or a bad internet connection, or you're on a plane and the Wi-Fi is down, whatever it is. If you don't have access to the internet, none of these tools are going to work. But what if I told you you can download an AI onto your phone? And not only is it completely free, but it's as easy as downloading an app. So I downloaded this app for my phone called Enclave AI. And I'm honestly shocked that this app is free to use. Now, very similar to Super Whisper, when you download this, you will have to download for it an AI model. There's a lot of different models that you can choose from. You do sort of have to balance the size of them with how good they are. Obviously, the ones that are really good are going to take up more space and require more RAM. So they're not going to work on every single phone, depending on how old your model is. Newer phones that have better specs are going to work better. But I downloaded this one called Gemma 3. It's 4 gigabytes. You see that right there. And this is honestly really powerful. Now, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as like ChatGPT, but for something that's completely offline, it is pretty amazing. And what really stands out about this for me is the voice chat function. So let's go ahead and open up voice chat and we'll start it. Hey, I just wanted to show my friends how well you work.
Hello there. It's good to hear you're pleased with my assistance. I'm here to help in any way I can. Is there anything I can do for you today?
So you see, I mean, that was pretty fast for something that's just running locally on my device, for something that's completely offline. I'm honestly super impressed with it. But like I said, it's not going to work for everything. It's not going to be as powerful as like Gemini or ChatGPT. I find it really helpful for things like writing emails, just bouncing some ideas off of it. I also use it a lot as sort of like a journaling app where I can give it my thoughts from the day. It helps me organize and like kind of get things off my mind. And because it's running very all locally, it's a lot more private than using something like ChatGPT, and even more private than Duck AI because it is completely on your device. Now, if there are any tools that you think should have been included on this list or ones that you want me to review, leave them in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Finally, on the screen right now will be another video that's all about different AI tools that I use to help me run my business. So if you want to watch that video, click on it right here, and I'll see you over there in just 1 second. Bye for now.